Hi, this is Don with Ridge Engineering. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to download maps from the U.S. Census Bureau and create project files to be used with the new mapping feature in PC Warrants. So to start, you want to go to the U.S. Census Bureau, and the easiest way to do that, I think, is just to go to Google and type in Tiger shapefiles. Pick one of these, and the very first result is Tiger products from the U.S. Census Bureau. And click on this Tiger Line shapefiles link. That brings you to the main page. Then go down to select 2016. You might as well use the newest files. Click on the download link. Click on web interface. Select the year. We've got that. And we want to first scroll down to features and water. Hit submit. Then we want area hydrography. We want the water to show up as lakes and rivers, so we give some context to the road map that we look on the screen. And I'm going to do my local county here in Florida, which is Hillsborough County, which is where Tampa, Florida is located. And then just click on download. Now that'll take a few seconds to a minute depending on your download speed. When it's done downloading, go back and select under features the roads. And again, select the same state and the same, no, I'm sorry, you don't want the primary and secondaries, you want all roads. So select the Florida and then select your county. Now you can see you download these maps on a county by county basis. If you happen to live near a junction of two counties, that's not a problem. You just basically repeat this entire process for each county that you want to install, and then you put all the files into one big folder and everything shows up on one big map. So download the roads, and then when that's done, you'll end up with 2 zip files, probably in your downloads folder. And then you want to create a folder under PC Warrants and map files in the library section of your computer. I'm assuming you have Windows 7 or newer. So go to the library section, then go to the PC Warrants 2 folder that was created when you installed PC Warrants 2, and under the map files, create a folder called Hillsborough, or well, obviously the name of your county, but create a new folder and then copy those zip files that you downloaded into that folder. So now we have 2 zip files that we want to unzip, and I use a program called 7-zip, but you can do it any way you want. So it downloads about 9 files, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the area water. And I don't need the zip files anymore, so I'm going to get rid of them. So now I'm left with a folder with these files that were downloaded from the Census Bureau. Now I need to run a program called TATIC GIS Viewer. The GIS engine that is used in PC Warrants is from a company called TATIC GIS, which is an odd name, and they're located in Poland. And they make a very nice GIS program that you can use in programs written in Visual Basic, visualbasic.net, which is what PC Warrants version 2 is written in. So we've been using this software in other programs like PC Travel for many years, and it works very well. And in order to take the shapefiles that are free from the US Census Bureau and make them into a project file that can be used in our software, we have to go through a process using a free software program from Tadic GIS called the Tadic GIS Viewer. And you can download this program from the PC Warrants support site on the downloads page. And you'll find instructions on the downloads page on how to do that. So I'm assuming that you've done that you or your IT person has installed PC Warrants 2 and the Tadic GIS Viewer, which you normally would do it in the same session, and you have that program. So when you run the viewer, you'll get a screen that looks something like this. Now this screen is a little bit compressed because in order to make the videos to go on the web, I can't use my full screen. So yours will probably look a little bit bigger. But this is the basic blank viewer. And when you do this, you want to go to Layer and then Add. And then you want to navigate to the folder where those shapefiles are. In this case, it's under Map Files and it's Hillsborough. And I'm going to do the area water first. So I'm going to open that, and you'll see it brings in the water features for Hillsborough County. But it doesn't. It's gray and it doesn't look very good. So we're going to make it look better by going to Layer, and then Load Layer Properties, and then you have to go up one level to the Map Files folder. And there's two little INI files, one for the water features and one for the roads. So you select the water INI file, and it makes all the water blue, and it does a few other things that aren't quite as obvious, but it makes the water features look a little bit better. So now we're going to add the roads. So click on the roads, and that brings in a whole bunch of stuff. Now here's a little tricky part that I often forget. You have to change the legend from area water to roads. So it's highlighted over here. You can see where I'm pointing. And then go to Layer and Load Layer Properties, because we want the layer properties that we're calling up now to be applied to the roads. So click on the roads INI file, and that gets applied, and there's a god-awful mess. But here's where the magic happens. You go to Map, and then Map Units, and then select decimal degree, and click OK. I won't explain what's going on there, but basically this map, the way it was designed, is using decimal degrees for all the GIS stuff, and the software only shows you the major roads when you're zoomed out a long way, like we are here, and it uses the decimal degree values in the features to determine what to show you, what's there. So we now have a nice looking map. If the background color is not something that you like I use light green, you can go to Tools, and then Options, and then Map, and then Background Color. Some people like a light brown. I've seen light reds that looked okay. Whatever you want, and so you can put that in there. And I'm just going to cancel out of that. But once we have our map looking good, we want to save it. So go up to File, Save Project As, and this is important. We're probably in the Map Files folder because we were just selecting the INI files. We want to save this project in the Hillsborough folder, in the folder where your other files are located. So you have to go into that folder, and then we're going to call this PCT. which doesn't really mean anything. It's just PC Warrants will be looking for a file called pct.ttkgp, and I'll show you where that comes into play. So save it as PCT for now, and then save it. And that's it. Okay, so now we're done creating the map project. If you want to add another county to this map, you can just get to this point, and if you've done it in the past, you can just call up this project and see what it looks like, and then repeat the process of the layers adding the layer properties, and you can do as many counties as you want. I know a couple of people that have made an entire state this way, and that was a little tedious, but then they have the entire state done because they used to do studies all over their state. So most people will just be content with one county, and that's fine. All right, so once you're done with that, you can get rid of the TATIC GIS Viewer program. All right, we don't need these files. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run PC Warrants version 2, and then I'm going to go to the Preferences screen, go to the Path and Report and Miscellaneous Options tab, and then where it says Map Files Path, I'm going to edit this so that it points to the folder that I created and where I just created the TATIC GIS project files. I've already done this, so it's there, but normally this would just be at Map Files, and you would type in what you want here, or go to the Edit button and then navigate to the project files on the tree that comes up. Then hit OK, and you're ready to go. Okay, so that's how you create a map project for PC Warrants. Thanks a lot.